Hello student, this is Prof M Asim and today you will be witness a very interactive class. Our today's topic is shortest way to find the percentage of any number. What is the meaning of percentage? The word percent is consist of two words. Percent. Per stands for each and cent means 100. So percent means each 100. For example, basic idea of percentage is 25%. If you draw percentage sign, you have to write 100 in denominator. So 25% is 2500. Suppose that if you get 25 marks in any of the subject out of 100, so you have to say that my percentage is 25%. If you get 80 marks out of 100, then you say my percentage is 80%. What about 60 upon 200? So 60 upon 200 converting into percentage it's very easy. Just divide this 200 by 2 to get 100, and if you divide 2 by the denominator, you also divide 2 by the numerator. So 60 upon 2 upon 200 upon 2. So 2 into 60 is 30 and 200 upon 2 is 100. So 30 upon 100 is 30%. So this is the basic idea. What we are going today, we have to find 20% of 60. The traditional method, the traditional way of 20% of 60 is 20, drop this percentage sign to write 100 in denominator, multiply by 60. This 0 cancel by this 0 and this 0 cancel by this 0, 2 6 are 12, the answer is 12. But what is the new way? New way is, if you see 0 over here and 0 over here, you just drop these two 0 and to multiply 2 by 6, the answer is 12. The answer is 12. I repeat again. If you see 0 on this side, percentage side, and 0 on this side, so you just neglect both the zeros, multiply these two value, 2 6 are 12. The answer is 12. Look at this. For example, if you have to find 40% of 80, 0 over here, 0 over here, neglect these two 0, 8 4s are 32. 32 is the answer. 50% of 90, 0 is exists over here, 0 is exists over here, drop these two 0, 5 9 the 45. So 45 is the answer. You can check by applying your way, traditional way, like 50 upon 100 into 90. Again I assure you, you will get 45. So no need of calculator. You can find the percentage of any number, whether it is a large number or in decimal form or in other form. You can find the percentage without calculator after this lecture. How to find 25% of 40? So in this case or in these cases, 0 is exists in both sides, but in this case 0 is exists on either side. So if you see 0, only one 0, then you just multiply. Now you cannot say 25 into 4 is 100. This is wrong, because this method is applicable only when 0 is exists in both sides. So here there is only one 0. So you have to multiply 24 by 100 and drop first 0, or you can say your answer is 100, put point after 1 0. For example, 12 into 30. So 0 is not exist in both sides. 12 3s are 36. So put 3.6 after first digit number. I hope you understand. 21 into 40. 0 exists on in only one side. So 21 into 4, 84, and put point after first digit, 8.4%. You can check. If you find 21 into 40 and if you find any number, so you can check by using this method. What about 17% of 54? This is third case. If two zeros exist, you just drop two zeros and multiply number directly, like 2 6 are 12. 40% of 80, 4 8s are 32. This is your answer. 50% of 90, 5 9s are 45. 45. 0 0, neglect. If 1 0 exists, then multiply both the numbers and put decimal after first digit of right side. So 25 multiplied by 4 is 100. If you put decimal after first digit from right side, you get 10. So 10 is the answer. If you find 12% of 30, so 12 3s are 36, and put point after the first decimal from right side. If you find 21% of 40, 21 multiplied by 4 is 84, and put point after the first digit. What about 17% of 54? This is the third case, because in this case 20 exists, in this case 10 exists, and in this case no 0 is exit. But don't take any tension. You cannot use calculator, and no need of calculator. How? First we can write 17% in this form: 10 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1. 10 plus 5 15, 15 plus 1 16, 16 plus 1 17. So 17 can be write in this form. 10% of 54 is what? 0 is exist. So 54 of 10% is 5.4, because if 10 we have to put 1 point. See this theory. 5%, because 10% is 5.4, then 5% is just divided by 2. 5.4 upon 2 is 2.7. 1% means 1% of 54 means just put point after 2 decimals. 1% means put point after 2 decimal. So 1% is 0.54 and 1% is 0.54. So 17% is splitting in 10, 5, 1, 1. 10% is 5.4, 5% is 2.7, 1% is 0.4, 1% is 0.4. Add all these things to get 9.18. And I assure you, if you use calculator and find percentage of 17% of 54, I assure you, you will get same answer. So this method is very easy. See one more question which involve decimal. Find 1355. Find 1355% of 1355 of 16.5%. Look this. If you look this question 1355, it looks very difficult, but if you split this 16.5% in this form, like 10 plus 5 plus 1 plus 0.5. Look at this. 16.5 is equals to 10 plus 5, 15, 15 plus 1, 16, 16 into 0.5, 16.5. Now, first we have to find 10% of 1355. What is 10% of 1355? If you see 10, apply this theory, you have to write decimal after first digit of the number, 135.5. So 5%, 10% is clear. 5% of 1355 is just divide by 2 by this number, because 10% is this, then 5% is half of this. So 135 of this 67.5. 135.5 upon 2 is 67.5. 1% of 1355 is, obviously 1% means you have to put point after 2 digits. So 1355. And finally 0.5% of 1355 is equals to, divide this answer by 2, because this is 1%. So 0.5% is 13.55 upon 2, and 13.55 upon 2 is 6.775. So 10% of this is this, 5% of this is this, 1% of this is this, and 0.5% of this is this. Add 1, 2, 3, 4 all answers to get 223.325, and this is your answer. So there is no need of calculator to find the percentage of any number, whether it is in decimal form or without decimal form, 1 0, 2 0, without 0. Just play with numbers. How to play? It depends on your practice. Do practice 16.5%. Now take so many questions with yourself, like 135.5. I take 135.5 of 16.5. You can take 2455 of 29.5 and split in this way and to get the answer. And I assure you, you can take 10 to 15 seconds to find the percentage of any number, whether it is a very large number or in decimal form or in any other form. Okay student, hope you understand. Kindly subscribe my channel and press the bell icon and share my lectures to other friends and other fellows as well. Next lecture will be very interactive. Wait for next lecture. Allah Hafiz.